In a case that shook the state of Illinois to its core, Christopher Coleman's story is one that proves truth can be darker than fiction. Back in 2009, in the quiet town of Columbia, Illinois, what seemed like a normal May morning turned into a nightmare that no one saw coming. Chris Coleman, a man who appeared to be living the American dream, working as security chief for a well-known Christian ministry, married with 2 young sons, would become the center of one of the state's most chilling murder cases. On May 5th, Coleman called the police, claiming he was worried about his family after being unable to reach them by phone. What authorities discovered inside his home would haunt them forever. His wife Sherry and their 2 young sons, Garrett and Gavin, were found strangled in their beds. But here's where the story takes a dark turn. As investigators dug deeper, they uncovered a sinister web of deception. Coleman had been having an affair with a woman named Tara Lintz, a friend of his wife's from Florida. The affair wasn't just a casual fling. Coleman wanted out of his marriage, but divorce wasn't an option. His employer, Joyce Meyer Ministries, had a strict policy against divorce, and Coleman couldn't risk losing his 6-figure salary. In a calculated attempt to create an alibi, Coleman had been sending threatening messages to his own family for months. He tried to make it appear as though his family was being targeted because of his work in ministry. But the evidence told a different story. Surveillance cameras, DNA evidence, and careful forensic analysis of the threatening messages all pointed to one person: Chris Coleman himself. In May 2011, after a dramatic trial that captured national attention, Coleman was found guilty of 3 counts of first-degree murder. The jury took just 15 hours to reach their verdict. His sentence? 3 life terms without the possibility of parole, 1 for each precious life he took. Today, Coleman sits in prison, a stark reminder that sometimes the monsters we need to fear aren't strangers in the shadows, but those closest to home. His case continues to serve as a haunting example of how far some people will go to escape their responsibilities and the devastating consequences of their actions.